Okay, one of the first things that I wanted to show you is this room divider plant stand. If you remember, maybe a month ago or so, I shared how I gave this a little bit of a makeover. It was in a sad state of work to get into my car to bring it back home. Fairs, and I've had it for a few years actually, and it's just sort of bumped around from our old house to this house. It was stored up above in our garage, but I think it turned out really beautifully. I paid $20 for this, which I still think is so crazy, even in its sad state, because it is such a unique piece. So this is definitely one of my favorite finds. I can remember exactly where I was when I found it. I was thrifting with one of my friends in her hometown, and I had to make Cooper needs to join us. Okay, my second find is this cabinet, and I don't think I've ever shared it specifically on here to tell you about it. I bought it like this. I did not make it chippy, and I am super cheap. Like, I want everything to be $5 or less, even better if I can find it free on the curb. So the $25 was a little bit for me to spend, but I have definitely loved this. I had it in our old, and it was from a shop that used to be, if you're from the Des Moines area, it was on like Euclid over on the east side, and they are no longer open, but I think I paid $25 for it, with house in our dining area, and it pops perfectly off of this wallpaper. I wanted something a little bit brighter just because this can tend to be a little bit dark right here. So, okay, next up are these lights that I got from Facebook Marketplace. They were free. They were a couple towns away, so we grabbed them on a weekend, and I know Jason was annoyed by picking them up, but I had to have them. I thought they were so cute. I love the scalloped edge. So in the picture, the guy didn't give any dimensions or anything. He was holding one of them, I think, and I couldn't tell how big they are, but they are huge. They're probably a little over 12 inches across, so perfect for this space. I painted the outside black. It was a really ugly yellowy color before, and used the same globes. However, I have thought about getting clear before, but I haven't made that switch yet. So I rewired them. They work perfectly, and they were okay. Next up is this Floral Print. I actually got this during quarantine, so somewhat recently. It is huge. It's probably 36 by 36. And I actually recently found a smaller one. It was in mint condition though, and I sold that. And that one had a sticker on the back, I think, that said it was from Pennies, maybe. So I don't know if it was made specifically for Pennies. I know that sometimes department stores do that, but I love the colors. It just has a couple of little nicks that make it imperfect, but I'm fine with that. And I think I paid $10 for this. It's a really great size. Eventually, I'm going to style it out on our mantle, but that probably won't be until after Christmas. Okay, last up is my Louis Speedy Bag. So technically this did not come from a thrift store. It was from someone that I used to follow on Instagram, and used Louis Vuitton bags was something that she bought a lot of and sold a lot. And this was after I had started my business maybe a year, and I couldn't beat the price. It was silly low. And actually, after she sold it to me, maybe, I don't even know, it could have been a month, she messaged me and had seller's regret that she had sold it, as she should have, because it was silly cheap. And she wanted me to sell it back to her, and I wouldn't. So she unfollowed me, which was unfortunate, but now I have the Speedy Bag.